Fantastic Four First Steps. Look, I'm not going to do a whole intro. You know what you're here for. You clicked on the video. This movie, a lot of people are talking about it. Okay, and I can see why from watching it. To be honest with you, I left it feeling like it was okay. Do I think it was peak? No. I thought it was alright. I enjoyed it for what it was, and I enjoyed a lot of the aspects. I just couldn't help feeling it was a little long, and I feel like Galactus was a bit underutilized. He was this big looming threat, and I felt that there were stakes. It's just the film, it was great in a lot of aspects, but it just fell short for me in some. So Human Torch, played brilliantly by Joseph Quinn, did a phenomenal job. I thought Pedro Pascal wouldn't be very good as Reed Richards. I was wrong. He did a great job. Vanessa Kirby was just amazing as the Invisible Woman. And here's the thing. He's great. The Thing's great, but he doesn't get a whole lot to do in this film. They have a few emotional beats, but to be fair, it's not his film. That's not what they're focusing on. I feel like they could have given The Thing a bit more to do. I feel like he's kind of not a massive part of the film, but oh well. You know, shame, he's my favourite member of the team. He's not in it loads. He's still used well for what he is. He's a good supportive member of the team. He predicts Sue's pregnant, which is pretty cool. Franklin Richards was quite interesting. It's a good movie. It's a good movie to watch. I really like the whole 60s aesthetic. I don't love this film. I don't think it's the best Marvel movie ever, but I left it feeling enjoyed. Like feeling enjoyment, and I enjoyed the film for what it was, but I just feel like it was a bit overhyped for me. And I think having seen Superman, if there are debates, was Superman better? I did prefer Superman. Not that I should be comparing these two. I felt like it was a good film. I just feel like it could have been it felt a bit long for me, and not a whole lot happened. A lot happened. I don't know what my complaint is actually. I think it was just I watched it and it felt a bit. I just felt a bit off. I'm really trying to find my words here. I hate being negative about movies. I really, really do. I think it would have to be that I just feel like they underused Galactus. He was only in 2 or 3 scenes. But other than that, pretty alright film. Not perfect, not the best, but it's enjoyable. Yeah, I feel like Silver Surfer was kind of cool. A bit predictable that they would turn against Galactus at the end. They did. But still, you know, of course it's going to happen. Not bad. I feel like Galactus being beaten, I would have thought Galactus will come back for Secret Wars. They still might. Who knows? The bit where we think Invisible Woman died, I audibly looked at my friend, and when he said to me, it's Fantastic 3 now, and I went, no, they got the baby, they'll sub him in, like a tag team. Franklin Richards being like an all-powerful god was actually quite interesting, and I feel like it went on a bit, but I did like the idea of giving the baby in for the whole world. And for a bit, I thought the Earth was actually just going to get blown up, because they're going to be rebooting the MCU anyway. So I don't, I just assume that they'd blow this world up and they'd come to the MCU. But, I don't know, it was an interesting film. I didn't love it. This is just my 2 cents on the film. I don't think it was perfect. I don't think it was perfect Marvel. I think it was the best film. I haven't seen Thunderbolts, but it was the best film since Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which I very much enjoyed. The Fantastic Four has its faults. It does. It's not perfect. The whole film, it doesn't flow perfect in my opinion, but I think it's a good time. I think it's a film I would watch again. And my favourite thing about it is I love the 60s aesthetic, and I love... what's it? Herbie. Herbie's sick. He's like this 60s looking robot who looks like a retro 80s cassette player. And he also looks a bit like Wall-E, and he sounds like Wall-E, and I love Wall-E. Great movie. And then you have the post-credit scenes where Doom is just there. And my friend said, I thought it was going to turn around and he'd be Robert Downey Jr. And I went, it wouldn't be. He got paid so much for Doomsday and Secret Wars, $100 million for 2 movies. He won't be in a 5-second cameo. That would be probably half the budget of the actual movie. But yeah, I wasn't very excited for Doomsday, and I'm not, still not much now, but I'm interested to see what they do with it. I think it's coming out next year. But yeah, no, I'm interested to see what they do with Doomsday. What I will say, this is actually the 4th official version of these characters. So you had the Fantastic Four 2005, you have Rise of the Silver Surfer. You have Fantastic Four 2015, which is an absolute masterpiece. I'll make a video on that at some point. And then you have this. Or you have the unreleased movie, but as I said, released films. You have the older film, which is I would love to cover one day. The Fantastic Four always hold a place in my heart. I love the characters. I thought Human Torch was casted perfectly as Joseph. I think all of them were casted very well. Pedro Pascal was a character I didn't like, an actor I didn't think could play Reed, but he has this kind of like nerdy science voice, and you know what? It works. I love the Fantastic Car, and I love a lot of things about this movie. It's silly. I love how it is a bit goofy. I love how it's quite comic-y accurate. It feels like a very comic-y world, very 60s themed. I absolutely love the Fantastic Car. That's very cool. I think I've already said that. I can't remember. And I also quite like the fact they put the thing in they put the thing in his sad trench coat. That was very cool. I like that little reference. I think they did that in the 2000s movies, but I just think it was quite cool here. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. I thought it was a cool movie. I enjoyed it. I don't think it was perfect, but I thought it was alright. Anyway, I am going to get going. I'll see you guys later. My next video, I don't know if it's the next one, but I am working on a Saw video, and I'm going to be covering the first 3 Saw films. And then, yeah, from there I'll decide if I'm covering the rest. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Also, this was my first video using no gameplay in the background, only using, like, videos from the actual films and that. And I don't know, tell me how you feel about it, guys, because I'm not sure if I'll keep it or go back to the gameplay.